Hey, what is up guys, it is Slikk or Slcmof here. I'm back again with another video, and I want to give you a brief overview on how to play Dr. Fate. Just want to put this out there, I'm not an expert at playing Dr. Fate. I'm not saying that this is the best way or whatever, there's no better way. I just want to give you a general overview on how I think that you can play Dr. Fate well in Injustice 2. So let's take a look at his abilities. He is a magic character, so he relies on the abilities that he casts much more so than his basic, abilities like square, that sort of thing. Although they can do a decent amount of damage, as you saw up there. But look how much damage I took off the Joker, and now let's see what happens when I do his cast ability. And that is at a distance. I'm totally safe, and I took off the same amount of damage as I did with a 3-hit combo at close range. So he relies very heavily upon his abilities, and the one that I just deployed is the one that you see at the very top. That is down, right, square, or X if you're on the Xbox One. And you know that because there's two that are very similar. It's right versus left on the D-pad. The only difference is the Amon Ra Blast. Amon, I think they say. I'm not very familiar with Dr. Fate lore or anything like that. Amon Ra Blast, I believe that's what it is. You go down right square, and it's facing towards the person that you want to hit. The one that you cast an orb is the other way. You do left on the D-pad because Joker is on my right. If the Joker was here, it's just the reverse. So it's down left square to do the casting ability, and then I'm going to do the opposite way to cast that ability. So you can see, look at that yellow bar up top there. Look how much damage I took off of him just by this simple combo. He's dead. So, Dr. Fate is deadly. This is with no gear, by the way, might I add. Okay, so if you add a lot of ability power to your... he's a very, menacing character. So let's look at his next move, the glyph here. So what this ability does is it allows you to get distance between you and your opponent. So generally in a game scenario, you're going to be trying to keep your distance from people. If they run up on you, though, let's say the Joker just ran up on me, what I want to do is I want to do that ability to get some distance between me and my opponent. So if somebody runs up on you, and especially if they're like Catwoman or the Flash, you want to do this, back up once more, and now we're like a whole map's length away, basically. And these orb things, they knock you back. It is not just like, you can't keep running when you get hit by them. And I believe this ability might actually, knock you back even more. Yeah, it does. So now we can see the Spell of Judgment. And by the way, when I mean knock you down more, if you're in the air, when I deploy the glyph, you are going to, fall down. Or the Displacer Orb, sorry. So let's look at his last ability. His last ability is these things. You can deploy 3 of them. You have to go down, right, X. And they deploy at a random time. So we can come in here and try to do a combo. And just sort of get in on him. And we can see that it will eventually go in on him here. And you can sort of get a little bit of going there. So, let's get into a game and actually show you what we're going to do here. So, once again, the main gist of how I would suggest that you play Dr. Fate is this. Keep your distance and switch between the ball thingy and this thingy. So, again, this is down left square because I'm facing the Joker. The orb is the opposite way. And if he runs up on you, you want to go... with this ability, you've got to be close to him. He's got to be right up on you. And if he jumps, you're kind of screwed. And then you want to just keep your distance. And the orb does take a second to deploy. So that's something to keep in mind. But let's get into a game and see. Alright guys, now we're going to try to put to the test what I showed you with primarily the 3 abilities, but 4 in total. And we are playing against Power Girl here. Power Girl, I can't talk today. Power Girl here. So we're going to just distance her here. Supergirl is tricky because of her ability where she can teleport behind you. But you can see so far we're off to a good start. And I knew that she was going to do that. Now we're going to try to keep my distance on her here. Perfect. And once again, it is going to be a little tricky because of that ability. Perhaps she is a strong counter, in fact, to... Okay, so she has her own zoning abilities, but the problem is I do infinitely more damage than her laser beams. So, damn, I really can't talk today than her laser beams. But it's kind of hard to talk while you're playing, especially when you're focused. I mean, I'm not like super focused, but I'm trying to, not suck too bad and so far we're doing pretty good. We're definitely mopping the floor with Power Girl here. So we're gonna super her. I think I got her. I did. So obviously I'm not really demonstrating the setup there, but I did at the beginning. You just got to keep your distance and then just keep hitting them over and over again. I mean, again, Supergirl is perhaps one of the strongest counters to Dr. Fate. I would say along with the Flash, but that's, you know, it's good to show that this strategy can work versus people that are, difficult to play versus Dr. Fate as. But also, I mean, there's some characters you can just mop the floor with. I mean, like Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, they can't do anything versus Dr. Fate, in my personal opinion, because they can't run up on you very quickly, and at range they can't do anything either. So, like those middle range characters like Scarecrow, Robin to a degree, but he's very mobile, which is sort of an exception. Just generally speaking, I would assert that, you can really mop the floor with people. So let's try one more, and we'll go double or nothing. Hopefully I don't get smacked this game. But, it really has worked for me thus far. Just generally speaking, I have a pretty winning record with Dr. Fate online. I don't have a lot of gear for him either. So, once I get a lot of gear, mainly ability powers, which you want to go for, because the strategy that I'm showing you is a very ability-focused, strategy to zone people. I don't want to be Blue Beetle. I want to be... So we're playing against Supergirl again. See how we do here. I really like this Joker's Playground map. The Arkham Asylum is cool too. Approaching Arkham Asylum. So the Supergirl doesn't have a lot of gear either, which is helpful because I don't want to, just get demolished by somebody with level 20 gear. In the multiverse mode, there is where you can be a level 1 and fight versus a level 20. It is just about impossible. I won't say it is entirely, and we're getting a little bit of lag here. So that ability does take a while to travel. This is not going to work well for Supergirl because... So that ability is going to drive me nuts, but... And that ability where you try to distance them is a little sketchy from time to time. Sometimes it doesn't land the way that you want it to. She's gonna... So there you go. You see I'm gonna back up a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to get more distance on her. And just sort of spam her. So some people can say that this is cheap or this is lame or whatever. I'm not necessarily disagreeing. All that I'm saying is that, we're playing the game by the rules here, and she has her OP ability, and I can't seem to block it because I'm just not paying attention, but she's going to do it again. I mean, yeah. So I think she meter burn. No, she didn't meter burn. I was crouching. I don't know how you block that ability in that scenario. So I was waiting for her to run up on me. I think I got her. I think I got her. No, I didn't. Damn it. There we go. So we're just going to keep spamming her here. Damn, this is a close game. I think I got her. Come on. Oh my god, that was clutch. That did not go nearly as well for me as the first game. But we won. Again, Supergirl is a very strong counter. I would not advise playing Dr. Fate versus her, but I still think the strategy works somewhat well. I was not really capitalizing on a lot of my mechanics, and I was also getting really played on that ability, and I wasn't paying attention to it. So if Supergirl ever teleports behind you, just crouch immediately, and then as soon as she gets behind you, do down right triangle, distance her, scoot back once more, and then start spamming with the orb and the forward shot. So I did not play that very well, but I think it works. I think it works. And if you need to practice in the practice mode on single player, I would definitely advise that as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. My name is Slcmof, and I'll see you guys in